Hi, I'm Mrs. Tracy, and today we are going to do more with fractions and finding the equivalence. So let's get started. Our Module 5, Lesson 11 objective is to explain fraction equivalence using a tape diagram and the number line and relate that to the use of multiplication and division. So for our first problem, make sure you have a paper and a pencil or a whiteboard. And if you don't have that, go ahead and press pause and get that so you can do this problem with me. So we are going to use the tape diagram and number line to find equivalent fractions for halves, fourths, and eighths. So go ahead and draw a tape diagram to show one partitioned into half. So we're going to first draw our tape diagram like this. This represents one whole, and we are going to split it in a half like that. Then it says shade one half. So go ahead and shade one half of it. And decompose halves to make fourths. So we're going to decompose this in half, this to get fourths. So now this is, how many are colored in? 2 fourths, so 2 out of 4. We're going to write a multiplication sentence to show how 1/2 is equal to 2 fourths. So 1 times what is 2? 2. Good. And 2 times what is 4? 2. Good. And you see I'm using these numbers right here to get these numbers. And then I just asked myself what they multiply by to get those numbers. Now we are going to decompose fourths to make eighths. So to make our eighths, we want to draw 4 more lines. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So how many are now shaded in? Good. 4 out of 8. And we are going to write a multiplication problem to show that 2 fourths is now equal to 4 eighths. So 2 times what equals 4? Good, 2. And then I bring the 4 over. 4 times what equals 8? 2. Good, so this shows that 2 fourths is equal to 4 eighths. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to draw a number line to show how it's equal to the tape diagram. So if you have a ruler, you can draw a line with a ruler, or you can use a straight edge, or you can just go like that. And on our number line, we're going to have a point of 0 right here and a point of 1. And make sure it's the same as size of the tape diagram. And we're going to label the half. So this is the half where the tape diagram was. We're going to label that as our half as well. And now we're going to decompose the number line into fourths. So I have 1 fourth, I have 2 fourths, I have 3 fourths, and I have 4 fourths, which equal a whole. What is it equivalent to 2 fourths on the number line? Good, 1/2. Now we are going to decompose the number line into eighths. So I have 1/8, 2 eighths, 3 eighths, 4 eighths, 5 eighths, 6 eighths. What do you think goes right here? Good, 7 eighths and 8 eighths, which equals a whole. So now I know that 1/2 is the same as 2 fourths and 4 eighths. You can also look on the number line and see 1 fourth is equivalent to 2 eighths, 3 fourths is equivalent to 6 eighths, 4/4 is equivalent to 8/8 and 1. So go ahead and get your problem set out and let's try some of the problems. So on the first one, we want to make sure that we read the directions. It says, label each number line with a fraction shown on the tape diagram. Circle the fraction that labels the point on the number line that also names the shaded part of the tape diagram. So if this is equivalent to 1, then I'm going to do the same thing. This right here equals 0, and then this right here equals 1. And I know that in the middle I have my 1/2. But how do I know what to put on the other parts of it? So I count right here. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. It's out of fourths. So I'm going to have this over 0/4. I'm going to have 1/4 right here. I'm going to have 2/4 right here. I'm going to have 3/4 right here and 4/4 right here. Which one is equivalent to the one that is shaded in? You're correct, it is 1/4. So you'll circle that one. So for B, we do the same thing. This is equal to 1 whole. So let's label our 0 and label our 1 and label the 1/2 so we know where that's at. And now let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is out of 8. So I have 0/8, I have 1/8, I have 2/8, I have 3/8, I have 4/8, I have 5/8, I have 6/8, 7/8, and 8/8, which equals 1. I can see the equivalent fractions. I can see 1/2 is equal to 4/8. And now, which one shows me the one that's shaded in? 1, 2, 2/8. So I'm going to circle that one right here. Let's try this one at the bottom. I have, I always like to label my 0. I like to label the 1, and I like to label the 1/2, so I know where I'm starting. Then I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's out of 12. And right here I have 0/12, 1/12, 2/12, 3/12, 4/12, 5/12, 6/12, which is equivalent to 1/2. Then I have 7/12, then I have 8/12, 9/12, 10/12, 11/12, and 12/12, which equals to 1. So which one shows me what is shaded in? I count 1, 2, 3 out of 12, so I circle the 3/12 like that. Thumbs up if you understand. We're going to do a few more problems before I let you try this on your own. So right here, the next one, it says, write number sentences using multiplication to show A, the fraction represented in 1A is equivalent to the fraction represented in 1B. So I have to go look back at my paper and see, okay, 1A, the fraction that they're talking about is this 1/4. So I'm going to write 1/4 on my paper. It's equivalent, which is a fancy word, equal to, I look right here, 1B was 2/8. 2/8. So how can I find that's equivalent? Well, I have 1 and I have 4. So 1 times what equals 2? 1 times 2 equals 2. And 4 times what equals 8? 2. So I know that 1/4 is equal to 2/8. The next one, it says the fraction represented in 1a, so 1a again is 1/4, is equivalent to the fraction represented in 1c. And I go 1c is 3/12. So I have 1/4 times what equals 3. So 1 times 3 equals 3, and 4 times 3 equals 12. So that's how you can show your equivalence. Now the next one, it says use each shaded tape diagram below as a ruler to draw a number line. Mark each number line with the fractional units shown on the tape diagram. And circle the fraction that labels the point to the number line that also names the shaded part of the tape diagram. So this time, if you have a ruler or a straight edge, you can use that to make a straight line, but we are going to draw the lines that show the equivalence to the shaded section. So I'm gonna just draw mine like this, as straight as I can. And then right here, I have my 0, and right here, I have my 1. And then this one is, you have the same points right here, and it's out of 1, 2, 3. So this is 0 out of 3, 1/3, 2/3, and then 1 or 3/3, like that. And so that's what you do to draw your number line for that one. So you're going to do the same right here. Oh, and you're also going to circle the one that shows the shaded part below. So I have 1, 2 out of the 3 shaded. So I'm going to circle that one because that shows the equivalence. So for B, you're going to do the same thing. Draw your number line and make sure it's as big as the tape diagram. And this time I'm out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 0 out of 6 right there. And then I have 1/6, 2/6, 3/6 or 1/2, 4/6, 5/6, and 6/6 or 1/2. And which one should we circle? Well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 6. All right, I'm gonna let you do the rest on your own, but let me know if you have any questions, and I am happy to help you. I hope you learned a lot, and that you can see the equivalence in fractions in the tape diagram and also in the number line. Have a good day. Bye.